Inheritance is just like the word says. A class inherits all its functionality from its superclass. You can say that a class has an is-a relationship with its superclass. Let me show an example. Going back to our car owner and mechanic example, with inheritance, we're changing it a bit. So we say now we're going to have a person, and then car owner and mechanic will then extend person. So they will then inherit all the functionality from the person class into their respective car owner or mechanic classes. Let's go look at the code. So now here you can see we're having a person class that's got a name, surname, and cell number. Now a little bit different than what we've seen before is the keyword protected. What that means is that any of this class's subclasses would be able to access these attributes. Then further in this class we have a constructor to create this person, and we get all the getter and setter methods for other classes to be able to access this class's methods. Then further, now we're going to have the car owner. As you can see here, the car owner now extends person, and it has a car on it. So now you can instantiate a car owner by putting the name, surname, cell number, and the car in. Super just means you call the superclass's constructor method, and then you just add the car in. And here we still got the same take car to mechanic method. Now going to mechanic, you'll see it looks very similar. It also extends person. You've got your constructor to create a new mechanic, and then the same method for fixing the car. Now if we go look at the changes here, nothing really has changed. You create your car, it's still the car owner. We just put some extra information in. We still got the mechanic, and then you still take the car to the mechanic as the previous example. Now if we run this method, you can see down here we've got the name of the owner, the surname, its car make, and then remember we sent it to the mechanic to be fixed. There's mechanics fixing the car for the car owner, and then the car's fixed. Lastly, let's look at polymorphism. The dictionary definition of polymorphism is the condition of occurring in several different forms. So what does that mean in Java? Polymorphism takes inheritance and abstraction a step further. It gives you the ability to call methods that are defined on the superclass on any instances of subclasses without even knowing which subclass instance it is. Let's go back to my daughter's Lego example. Let's say we have two Lego constructs that we need to build. A water dragon that looks like this, and a fire dragon that would look like this. But let's say we need to do it by using Java code without even knowing what we are actually building. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, so here we have a Lego construct, and it's got a build method. You'll also notice that this class is abstract. What that means that this class can't instantiate itself in its own right. It has to have a subclass of Lego construct to be able to use any methods on this class. Then I've created the water dragon class, which extends Lego construct, and this will have its own method for building the actual water dragon. And the same with the fire chariot, also extends Lego construct and with his own method to build the fire chariot. Let's look how polymorphism would work with the Lego constructs. So in our main method, we're creating a new list of Lego constructs for all the Lego constructs we want to build. In this case, we create a new fire chariot, and we add it to the list, and we create a water dragon, and here we add it to the list too. And then as simple as that, all we do is we loop through the list. This is one way that you can loop through the list by just calling .stream on the list, and then for each of the Lego constructs in the list, all you need to say is Lego construct.build. That's polymorphism, because the list doesn't need to know what kind of Lego construct it is, because it extends Lego construct. You just call build on it. And now if I show you what it would look like if you run it, from running it you can see that it picked up the right method. For the fire chariot it picked up building fire chariot, and then for the water dragon it picked up the building water dragon, even though it was just calling the build on the Lego construct.